やだやだ。
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Anime Analysts Podcast. This is our 9th episode now.
Big ol' episode 9.
Let's go, baby.
Getting closer and closer to enough episodes to be old enough to get a driver's permit.
Yeah.
We're talking one episode is 1 year. It's almost there. It's almost
That's
there.
a very random
thing.
correlation to make.
What did you... Do you remember your 9th birthday? What did you do on your 9th birthday?
No, I don't remember.
You don't
my
remember
9th
your 9th birthday?
No.
Big birthday for me.
What did you do on your 9th birthday?
Lost my virginity on my 9th birthday.
Oh, yeah.
Crazy 9th birthday.
That is a good birthday.
No, what did I do? I have no fucking idea.
Yeah,
what
they
I
all
did
kind of just... I probably went to like Skate West or some shit.
I
or
did
like
some
Bold.
crazy- Oh.
Something like that.
Oh, Skate West on a birthday? You
Yeah.
got like 4 of your best buds?
It was
Oh.
like skating or bowling for me. Like,
One of the two.
and then I get to like have people come sleep over
Yeah.
afterwards.
Oh.
That was it.
Dude, I wasn't allowed to have people sleep over when I was younger.
Really?
Yeah, it's, I'm not too sure why that was, but like, they'd like come over and chill, but like,
Some parents do that though.
Yeah. I don't know what the reason was, but let me do a little cold crack for us real quick.
A little energized.
Oh, I am gonna need to poop soon. That's what this is gonna be.
Yeah, it is. All right, Bowen. What's new with you? What you been watching?
What have I been watching? What have I been doing? I've been reading some manga. I've been slowly catching up on my weeklies. Couple I fell behind on. What do you call it? Just the main ones that I've been doing though. You know, Jujutsu Kaisen. Still slowly going through One Piece. Manga has been very good for me. It's been good to me recently.
Mm-hmm.
One of the ones I started this week, I want to talk about in this episode.
So we'll not spoil.
Yeah, I'm not going to spoil it too much. And then still have yet to finish Gurren Lagann.
Fuck! I forgot to finish.
I just got to do it.
about.
I just got to do it
I
because
keep
I'm enjoying
forgetting.
it. I enjoyed it a lot. I just
Yeah.
have completely forgotten to finish it.
Shit.
I don't know why, but like in my head when I think about it, I'm like, oh, I'm done, and I'm not.
I
done.
know. I'm in the same exact. I just
Yeah.
like. I feel like in my brain I'm done with Cowboy Bebop, but I have like 4 episodes left.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know why.
I don't know. Maybe the part that I'm done at
Yeah.
is like what the ending should have been. But
I could literally just finish it tonight.
yeah,
It's
no,
like
I could do the
an
same,
hour of my time.
I could do
and
the
I'd be
same
done.
exact thing. But yeah, Trey, what have you been watching? What have you been up to? How's life?
Life's pretty good, I guess. I got a lot of school shit this week,
Okay.
which kind of sucks. But other than that, I still am doing nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
Sober October. This is my second to last day.
He has done it.
By the time this episode comes out, I will be
You will
done
conquer
with it. I will be done with it.
Yeah, you will.
I will
have
not be
conquered-
sober anymore, probably.
No. Do you think you'll drink on this episode comes out on Monday? November 1st is Wednesday. Will you drink on Wednesday?
This episode comes out on Thursday.
Or what? My bad. We're filming. No. I misspoke.
You said
We're-
Monday and Wednesday.
I know. We're filming this episode Monday, the 30th. November 1st is a Wednesday.
Yeah.
Will you drink on November 1st?
Probably not.
Okay.
I got too much school shit to do, and
Yeah.
I work on Wednesday.
Gotcha. Are you taking your... Oh, we can talk about this later.
Yeah. All right. Oh, we also forgot to get bowls ready for recommendations. at
I
the end of the
didn't
episode.
even write my thing, so we'll just do it.
It's all right.
We'll do it next
Yeah.
episode.
All right. Yeah, but like I kind of mentioned last week, I've been struggling a little bit with anime. I've been in a little slump. I think it was because of that convenience store boyfriend fiasco.
Dude, one bad anime can
Really,
ruin it.
yeah, it really got me fucking just out of the mood for anime.
Yeah.
So I was kind of just like trucking along the week. I was watching like some feel good stuff, like
Mhm.
Morgan Tama again,
Okay.
which I'm in a really good arc for.
Okay.
And I watched a little bit more of like Laid Back Camp, just laid back camp.
Laid back camping.
But then I watched a sports anime, and I was all in. I was loving it.
Which one did you watch?
Run with the Wind.
Oh, you were telling me about
I was
this.
fucking. I don't know what it was. I don't really enjoy running.
Mhm.
I have never really ran. I did start running, but
Yeah.
because of the show,
Dude, no, that's what
But-
it'll do to you.
I was like, why is this so good? I don't get it. but I loved it. It was so enjoyable. So, you never know. I'm not big on sports anime, but that got me a little push. Maybe
You're going in the right direction.
Mhm.
I believe at the the pinnacle of anime, there are a king and a queen in their thrones. The king is sports anime, and the queen is romance anime.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
Well, you got to at least
Shonen?
Romance anime is better than shonen.
Yeah. So if
Sports
anything,
anime.
sports are not better.
Sports anime is better than shonen anime.
Do you like sports anime more than romance?
No.
So wouldn't romance be the king?
Well, I'm just giving genders to genderless concepts right now. But if I was to give a gender to romance anime, it'd probably be women.
Yeah.
Not trying to make it. How about we don't cancel me this episode?
Okay.
How about we do that?
Yeah.
Everything I've said up to this point.
He's just saying he likes sports.
I like sports and romance anime. I don't believe in gender roles, nor do I believe in gender constructs. Gender is a construct. It is a concept that is non-existent. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about?
No, I'm just gonna.
Yeah, let's just switch.
Let's
just move on before I dig a bigger hole for myself.
All right. Yep. But loved that. Give me some news. What news you got?
I got one big hitter.
Yeah, you're excited about something.
I got one
it is yet.
big hitter. Just announced, renewed for a second season.
Oh yeah. I have this.
Campfire Cooking Season 2.
Yeah.
It did not have a date attached to it.
It's 2024.
It just said 2024.
Yep.
I'm assuming it'll be like fall or winter.
Yeah.
Just
probably.
based off timing. It can't
Another
be spring.
year.
Yeah, it can't be spring. I would be very surprised if they got it out in the summer. But fall or winter, I feel like would be the general range.
It fits the fall vibes.
Oh, it does fit the fall.
I
vibes.
would love a winter season though, where they're like different struggles with the cooking.
Yeah.
Rather than it just being the exact same thing.
But yeah, that's
did
my
you finish
news.
the first season?
No, not yet. I do. I've kind of been in the same boat as you with this whole anime slump. I've been really, really enjoying manga.
Yeah, I've been there too.
Just because, like, with anime, it's like if I want to sit down and watch 12 episodes of an anime, it's gonna take me the same amount of time. No matter what the show is, no matter how much I'm enjoying it or how little I'm enjoying it, it's going to take me 12 episodes of anime's worth of time, like 4-ish hours.
Mm-hmm.
If I want to read 80 chapters of a manga, I can just breeze through it.
True.
Consume
Especially
it.
if it's like a romance and you're feeling it, you can get that shit done in
you can
an hour.
burn through it.
Yeah.
Burn through. On the topic of romance, have you read the new Blue Box chapter?
I didn't. I completely forgot.
It's very good.
Something actually fucking happened.
No. But we're inching closer and closer. Here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking everything, like, we can't look at each individual chapter as something that could potentially happen. We got to view it in blocks. And right now, we're just in a block of something happening.
We are.
Yeah, but it's still, I'm loving it. I'm really, really, really loving it.
I'll have to read that. It'll take me 2 minutes.
It will take you no time. It's 10 pages and nothing really happens.
There's like 4 words per page. So.
Yeah, the same thing that kind of happens every chapter happens where, like, at the end, one of them is just like
flirty jealousy.
Yeah, a little flirty jealousy at the end. Some weird. The last one, like, he took her shoe off or something. I was like, what the fuck's going on here? But yeah, besides that, nothing else. But yeah, keep going. Keep her talking.
Yep. Little news for me. I got A Condition Called Love, which is a romance manga, got announced for an anime in 2024. I'd never heard of this. So I read the first 5 chapters. It was pretty good. I don't know if I'll continue reading it, but it was pretty basic romance stuff. I
got a quick question. Did you get a haircut?
I did get a haircut.
I thought I noticed it because you look lined up over there. Right on the side. Yeah,
she did me good. It was a great haircut.
Where'd you go?
Sport Clips.
Oh yeah.
I went in. I sent it online, so I got in right away.
Yeah.
The barber did not speak to me at all, which I love. Give me and cut my hair in 15 minutes. I don't care how my hair looks. Just cut it and get me out of there. I don't care. Yep. But that manga was all right. I probably won't read anymore. Maybe I'll check it out if I'm like just like pressing for something to read or watch. One more thing. I didn't want to announce this, but I knew you would be happy. Last week was the Kadokawa New Type Anime Awards. Guess what won Anime of the Year?
Was it Bocchi the Rock?
Bocchi the Rock.
I fucking knew Bocchi the Rock would win.
Fuck Bocchi the Rock.
Bocchi the Rock is good. You can just sit here and hate. You can sit on
sit here and hate.
You're going to sit on your little hater throne with your plethora of our fans that also hate Bocchi the Rock, all 9 of them.
I don't know if any of the people that listen to this have seen Bocchi the Rock.
No, there's at least my roommate who put me on Bocchi the Rock.
I put you on Bocchi the Rock.
No, you didn't.
I texted you and said, have you seen Bocchi the Rock?
Were you the one who put me on
Yes.
Bocchi the Rock? Oh, okay. I thought he put me on Bocchi the Rock.
Shit sucks.
Shit's money. Why were you texting? Why'd you put me on it if you don't like it?
Because I thought it was good, alright? It tricked me.
It did not.
The first
trick
2
you.
episodes.
You tricked yourself.
The first 2 episodes are good. And then I was like, she's in a fucking peach box playing guitar. Just perform. But, yeah. Alright, I guess that's all the news I got. You got anything else?
No, nothing really. Nothing that big. Have we talked about the Spy Family movie yet? Have we talked about
No,
that?
I just saw that today.
Yeah. Spy Family movie got announced for this upcoming December, which is very quick. Fast.
Quick turnaround.
I know.
Especially with season 2 coming out right now.
I know. They must have animated it all at once.
Yeah.
Would be my guess. But do you know how long the manga for Spy Family is?
I have no idea. I read like the first 50 chapters.
I didn't. I'm not a huge
up yet or what.
Yeah, I'm not a huge Spy Family fan, so I'm not too invested. But they've been coming out with a lot of stuff for it.
Dude,
so,
it's huge right now.
Yeah, it's massive. So I imagine the manga is going to get pretty long, if it's not already pretty long.
I have no clue.
To be able to have 2 seasons and a movie.
I wonder if the movie ties in or it's like a little side story.
Kind of like a One Piece.
Yeah, because I feel like Spy Family would be so easy to do like a movie for that isn't like canon. But like they go to like an amusement park or something.
No, I was literally about to say Disney World.
Like that. Yeah. It's just like an hour and a half of like Anya Folger being cute.
Yeah,
people will fucking swoon
they
over
will
that
eat
shit.
that up. They will eat it up.
Yeah. All right, but kind of like we mentioned before, we've been in a little bit of an anime slump, and Bowen especially has been grinding the manga.
I've been grinding hard.
So for today, we thought we'd just keep it simple. I think we have each. What?
I just thought of a funny joke in my head that I can't say out loud.
Okay. But keeping it simple today, each of us have, I think, prepared 3 manga that we have enjoyed and haven't like heard being talked about recently. So we're just going to go through those, give our thoughts on them, hopefully entice you guys to check them out and read them. So you can relate to the shit we've been talking about.
For sure. We hope if you're going to take anything from this show, we hope what you take is our recommendations and not the fact that at the end of the day, we're just 2 men sitting in chairs talking about anime. We hope that you spend your time listening to this and consuming what we have consumed.
Yes, exactly.
That was just a long way of saying, read the fucking manga.
Read the shit.
Read the shit.
About to tell you to read
the shit. You want me to go first? Or?
Go ahead.
All right. So, as Trey has just said, I have been grinding manga this week. Grinding harder than a sophomore at winter formal. I have been grinding.
Was that your joke?
That was what I thought.
Do you think like other schools like relate to our dances?
I
have no clue.
So. I have no idea because I never went to winter formal.
Yeah, true. But they're basically the same as it's basically the same as the other ones. Winter formal was the same as the other ones. It's just like more grinding.
Yeah.
But our dances were just, all you do is you just like bring a date and then you just grind with them for like an hour. You're just like a horny high schooler.
Yeah, exactly. And it was perfect. It was a great, I loved our dances.
But do you think dances in like Ohio are like more like ours, or they're like the dances in movies?
I don't know. I don't think anyone has dances like in movies.
No.
I don't think anyone has like slow dances and shit like that. Those would come on. I'd be like, I'm going to my car.
I don't think we had one.
Drink.
Maybe like one.
Yeah, we would have like one, and then they'd immediately play like Cotton Eye Joe after or some shit like that.
Finito.
Yeah. But so back to what we were saying. So yeah, I've been reading a lot of manga. The one that I've been enjoying the most out of what I've been reading is a manga called Boys Abyss.
I've never heard of this.
It's really, really, really good. I will say I'm about 18, 19 chapters in. And from what my buddy that told me to read it, shout out Lucas, he told me that it gets less horny than it currently is. Because I'm like 19 chapters in, and this dude has had sex like a lot. Like, and I'm like, yeah, and it's like they draw their boobs and shit. And so I'm reading it and I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? I'm like,
it's like a softcore hentai.
Yeah, it's a bit of a softcore hentai in some spots. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Because every review that I've seen of this is like, this is one of the best mangas that's come out in the past like 10 years. And so I'm like, how is it this good, but it's this horny? I'm like, I'm not going to say those are mutually exclusive, because you see shows like
Mushoku Tensei,
for example. Yeah. Very, very horny show, but very, very good show at the same time.
It's popular as fuck right now too. It's working.
Massive. Maybe that's just what gets consumed at a regular basis.
Maybe that's like the new niche. We've been talking about how like isekai's like starting to die down a little bit, but that's like there's a huge peak in all these isekai. Maybe just horny ass like well written stories, but the MC's just horny as fuck for some reason.
Yeah,
that's the new thing.
I took a film history class as my culture appreciation gen ed, and it basically talked about the era of film and how each era of film boils down to the people wanting to consume what they don't have in their daily lives. And for the large majority of individuals just across the world, they want to consume the smut like that they're not getting, like sex and stuff like that. That's what they want to read. Which for a guy like me, but what do you call it? It kind of makes sense. I feel like as manga evolves, and we're seeing it evolve a lot, it's becoming a lot more like what I want to read now is less superficial themes and stuff like that. I want to read something that has real world application. Yeah. And we're seeing that real world application kind of fall into, a bit of a horniness phase, which I'm seeing it in a lot of the manga I'm reading too. Especially, well, I guess I read a lot of romance manga, so that might be why. But sorry to ramble there, but you get what I'm saying.
People are horny.
People are horny, and so they're writing to their audience.
Yeah.
Okay, but Boys Abyss. So the premise of Boys Abyss is that there's this boy, his name is like Ryuji or Ryujo, something like that. And the town that he lives in, he just feels like he's never going to be able to escape. And like, this is his life forever. And like, he lives with his mom, his brother, his grandma. His grandma's super old and is about to die. His mom has spent like all her waking time, like caring for this grandma. And like every problem that this boy has in his life feels very undermined to him, because like the person that he goes home to has just like such a shit life right now.
Yeah.
And so he meets this girl at a convenience store who is, do you know like Japanese idols?
Yeah.
Yeah. She's a Japanese idol, and she's like, yeah, I stepped away from the business. Meets her at the convenience store, and the girl's like, and it comes out of nowhere, and she's like, hey, you want to commit suicide together? And he's like, what? And he's like, yeah, like you've said it already, like your life isn't going anywhere, like my life's basically over, like let's just kill ourselves. And so he plans to kill himself with this girl. They fuck, because he's like, I don't want to die a virgin. So they fuck, and then what do you call it, then they go to kill themselves. His teacher from the school runs into him and is like no, what the fuck, like what are you doing, don't kill yourself, like I can't have you kill yourself, I'm your teacher. So she takes him home and is like, I'm going to get you, like, I'll help you. Like, it's okay. I understand it. Like, it's fine. People go through shit, but like, you're 17. You can't be going through shit. And then she like goes back to the school. He's staying at her place for the night. Comes back the next morning. They fuck.
Yeah. I was waiting for it. Fuck. It was on my face the whole time.
Yeah, I could tell. They fuck. She's 29. He's 17. I'm like, this is whack.
Just make him a year older.
Make him 1 year older. Make him 18. She's 29. He's 18 or 17.
That's so fucked up.
It's so weird. And that's one thing this is my one grievance with the show so far. Because the writing is really good. The portrayal of adolescent depression is really, really, really good. The way they do it. Not saying like, because the main character isn't saying like my problems are so bad. He's saying like, I have these problems that are destroying me, but like they're nothing compared to these other people. And then in turn he's like, so I'm nothing. Like it's a very good portrayal, an honest portrayal of adolescent depression. But so far, just a lot of statutory rape. Like the idol is like 20 something. The teacher is 29. This dude is 17. Like, this is super illegal.
Yeah.
I just wish it wasn't like that.
It seems like a really interesting premise. It just seems like the author took like a very weird roundabout way.
Horny way to do it.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, a little bit weird. But I'm liking it a lot. I'm hoping I hit that spot that my buddy was talking about.
Where it dials down.
Yeah, where it dials down on the horniness and it starts to... I don't know where it's going to go. If it's going to be like a portrayal of like acceptance and growth, or if it's going to be like a portrayal of like making the best of a bad situation. Yeah. I really don't know where it's going to take it. And that's been really intriguing to me. But
or just like simple, like don't kill yourself.
Yeah,
just have sex.
Yeah, don't kill yourself. And also don't have sex with grooming women. They are grooming you at the end of the day. But yeah, so what, there's my first one, Boys Abyss.
Boys Abyss.
Yeah, what do you got going for you? Oh, good catch. Good snag. Quick hands.
I have one. I've been reading it for a while now. I caught up a while ago and stopped reading it for a little bit. And I've been like re-catching up to it after taking like a few months off, which is like, it got me back into it, which is why I'm doing it today. But it's called Hirayasumi. I think I've mentioned it like once before.
This makes a lot of sense to me now because I was going through my manga list. All right. I was going through my manga list and I saw this one on my planning to read and it was Hirasumi. And I was like, where the fuck did this come from? It was, you must have recommended it to me and I put it on my list. So
yeah, but it's very good. I really love the vibe of it. It's not like the story's like incredible or there's like anything super deep. It's just basically about this like 29-year-old dude. His name is Ikuta, and he basically just like chills in life. Like he doesn't have like any like major motivations or passions, so he just kind of works part-time jobs, and he inherits a house from the neighborhood granny that really liked him and didn't have any family. And basically his 19-year-old cousin comes and lives with him. They don't fuck.
Okay, good.
She just goes to college there, and it's basically like him like slowly trying to find like a passion in life while she like has a passion and wants to become a mangaka, and her like fighting to make that come true. So it's like, it's just like a real life story. Like it's not like super exciting, but like the pacing and the art, it just feels like a warm hug.
Okay.
And it makes me feel so good about myself, and like just the fact that I don't have shit figured out, and that doesn't mean it's the end of the world for me. It just means I just gotta eventually figure my shit out. And if I don't, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I feel you. Not to get all, deep and philosophical or anything, but I feel like the day and age we're in, and especially the media that we consume on social media or through, anime and manga, it feels like main characters always have shit figured out.
Yeah.
And they're younger than us. And so to like read that stuff knowing like, dude, I don't know what the fuck I'm eating for breakfast tomorrow, let alone what career I'm going to have in 15 years. Like to read shit like that, it's a little detrimental to the spirit, but to know there's a show out there that's just like exploring this idea of like figuring it out at your own pace. I like that a lot.
There's not like much more for me to say about it, but it's very warm.
Yeah.
And like I said, it feels like a warm hug. That's kind of why I started watching Laid Back Camp again this week.
Yeah.
Cause I was like, in that vibe, and I was like, all right, it's like 1 a.m. I don't really want to read right now, so just like trying to replace Hirasumi with Laid Back Camp
did the job well.
They're very like similar but different like in story wise, but they're just so comforting.
Okay, yeah, comfort animes are really nice.
They're really nice.
I've been playing my comfort video game.
What's that?
Stardew Valley.
You say that all the time.
It's the greatest game ever made. It's the greatest game ever made. You're a farmer, and you farm. And
is that the one you were farming potatoes in?
No, that was Minecraft, bro. That was Minecraft. I farmed potatoes for like days on end, like just straight up.
It was like when we were all playing the Snapchat farming.
Dude, that was...
For like 3 days, I was just like growing peaches and apples.
Dude, yeah, and it wasn't even like... it wasn't like we were doing something with it. We were just watching ads, exiting out of the ad, watching ad, exiting out of the ad. Then my phone would overheat because of how hot the thing would get while I was on this fucking Snapchat game. I'd have to let it cool down in the fridge for like 20 minutes.
That's so fucking stupid.
It was so dumb. And you were like, I wasn't even spending them. I wasn't even spending the oranges.
We were just like seeing who could save up the most apples.
I had like a million oranges at one point, dude. I had so many. Sorry, I cannot get this tickle out of my throat.
Cough or something.
I hope that helped. I hope.
Yeah,
but yeah, if it's that good and it's that comforting, it's definitely going to be a show I watch or a manga I read.
Definitely give it a try. If you don't vibe with it,
then you don't vibe with it.
But I feel like it's everyone needs a little comfort and like feel good in their life, and I think this manga does it like perfectly for me. So
not every show needs to have like some
world-ending fucking stakes.
Yeah, exactly. Like I don't need to see someone trying to stop the outburst of like of influenza Z that will kill everyone on the planet.
Not everyone has to become the Pirate King.
Yeah, exactly. We don't need that. And the shows like that, they do their job well.
Yeah.
But do you have anything else to say about it, or
no? Just check it out.
Yeah. All right. I'll go into my next one. The manga Real. The author Tagekio Inoue.
Got his Vagabond
and Slam Dunk.
Yeah, two very, very well read and
well received in general.
Well received.
Very popular. So this one's on hiatus right now, actually. I don't know when it's coming back, but it is on hiatus. After I want to say there's 10-ish volumes or 9 volumes. It's like 90-something chapters.
Is this a basketball one too?
Yeah, this is a basketball one. I was like, dude, why does this guy have so much basketball shit? So I looked into his life a little bit. So he was the captain of his basketball club, played basketball in college, dropped out of college once he realized, like, I love basketball, but I love, like, the culture and, like, of basketball more than I do, like, actual basketball in general. So, and he was a very talented, he'd already, like, written stuff at this point.
Fucking incredible artist.
Yeah, incredible artist. The art in this is nuts.
Yeah.
In the first chapter, the main character, he's a big delinquent. And it's wheelchair basketball. And so the first chapter, the main character, he's like, I'm done with school, fuck this shit. Walks outside, and he just takes a shit on the floor in front of the school, just leaves a big old dump. And he was like, yeah, I was going to try and spell like fuck you or something like that. He's like, but I didn't have enough in the tank. So I only got the F. Yeah. But so.
That's fucking dumb.
So dumb.
Yeah.
But so the main character, he was a basketball player and he was very, very, very good. And then he injured a girl and paralyzed her and put her in a wheelchair. And so he felt for the longest time like I have ruined this girl's life. Like she has nothing left to her, nothing left to give. And then he sees this one dude playing wheelchair basketball and he's like, dude, let's hoop. Like, let's play.
Yeah.
And the guy in the wheelchair absolutely fucking destroys him. And this dude was
like a completely different sport.
Yeah, completely different sport. But he's not in the wheelchair. Like, he's standing. Oh, okay. And then the other guy's just in the wheelchair. And the guy in the wheelchair absolutely smokes him. And so the reason that I think this is one of the best mangas I've ever read is its portrayal and its depiction of disabilities and not defining a character on their disabilities is the best I've ever seen. Like, by far the best I've ever seen. Like, I love A Silent Voice. I love it so much. But Shoko, the way they depicted her is nothing more than the deaf, depressed girl to me. That's how I see her. Like, she lives within the limitations of it.
Yeah.
And in this manga, none of them live within the limitations of it. Like,
that's awesome.
The main character, what was his name again? Nomiya, that was it. Sorry, I had it written down because I just couldn't remember the names. Nomiya, they go, this is my favorite arc so far. They go and they're like, fuck it, let's go hustle. Let's make some money out of this. And they're like, so you are going to be in your wheelchair, like, I'll be standing, and like, we're going to play people who are standing, and we're just going to hustle them out of their money because nobody's going to want to play us. So he goes, he hustles, and the guys are like, hey, that was playing dirty. Like, you can't expect us to play like to our best ability against someone in a wheelchair. That's fucked up. And like, Nomiya is like, his wheelchair is the same as like Kobe Bryant's handles or Shaq's size. Like, it's not a limiter. It's an accessory to his playstyle. Yeah. Like, and I thought that was really, really well done how they describe it. But yeah, I think if you don't like sports, I still think it's a good one to give a look at, just because the main character goes through some very real world problems.
It's real.
Yeah, it's real, bro. It's real. Wow, that's the reason for the title. You just figured it out. Scholars will never believe this. Top 5 moments. Watch Mojo.com. But so goes through some very real problems. It talks about some shit that I feel like a lot of people have gone through, especially with like identity issues and stuff. It's very easy to see yourself in the main character, even though he's such an outlandish character. Like, so yeah, hey, what's up, guys? Glad to see you back. We're in the second half of the episode now. Just to kind of like restate what I was talking about there. Real, very good manga. High key recommend. Main character's super good, super relatable. Deals with a lot of real world problems. Explains, disability in a very empowerment centered style. And more than anything, the art and the storytelling, the dialogue is so well done. It's like, I feel like a lot of manga like drawers, like the actual artists behind it, feel like they could benefit from having like editors that check their dialogue a little bit, just because like those are two very different styles of thinking, being able to draw and being able to write. And I hate that there's like a denotation around not being able to do both, just because I feel like you can focalize in one thing. But the author of this one, Takiko Inoue, he can do both.
He's so good.
So well. He can do both so well.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. This has been on my like planning to read list for like over a year now. And I just completely forgot about it until you mentioned something. But I've heard like so much shit from people that have also read all of Vagabond and all of Slam Dunk. And a lot of them like prefer Real over those two.
I don't know if I prefer Real over Vagabond yet.
Yeah.
Maybe as it closes out, I might. But Vagabond is one of the best things. Yeah. It's one of the best things I've ever read.
It's so good. Life. But I just like the fact that even like a few people have told me that they like it as much as Vagabond is reason enough.
Yeah.
For me to like really push myself to read at least like the first 20 chapters.
I think if you read the first 8, you'll be hooked. Yeah. Because by chapter 8 is where some big shit happens, and it's so good. Because
like Vagabond to me, that's like if you tell me like read this manga, it's as good or better than Berserk.
Yeah.
Like if you tell me that, I have to read it.
Yeah, exactly.
So that just like rehearing about this manga has really pushed it up to the top. So I'm definitely gonna check that out this week.
I know you just found a sports anime that you like.
I finished it.
Oh, that you finished it. Or you just finished a sports anime that you like. That makes me a little hasteful to have you start it. Just because like there is, sports anime have some very select key things that you can't really get rid of.
Maybe I'll just take one in between then.
Yeah, I feel like you just gotta accept it for what it is. But it's very good. It's very good.
Yeah, I definitely need to check it out. So do all of you.
Yes, all of you need to check it out to break the fourth wall, to address the audience. This shit's fucking money.
Yeah,
this shit is so good.
Yeah, I really want to read it.
Actually, please do read it. Okay. It's so good.
Yeah.
After you finish your homework, you got homework to do tonight. Yeah. Finish your homework.
All right, next one for me is I'll go with Bakuman. We said we're gonna do manga and anime or manga that people haven't really talked about and that isn't that popular. I feel like Bakuman is really popular. Mm-hmm. But I just feel like it's kind of fallen off because it's like completely finished and people haven't like talked about it very much since it's finished. But it's the Death Note guy. Have you read Bakuman?
No, a friend of mine. Shout out Zach if you hear this. Friend of mine. It's his favorite manga and his favorite anime.
It's really good.
I've heard it's nuts.
But yeah, basically the premise is the main dude is like a really talented artist, and he's in love with this girl that he's gone to school with forever, but they've never really talked. And he, like, a guy comes up to him and is like, hey, I know you're a really good artist, draw my manga, and I'll write it. So he, like, agrees, and then he talks to the girl that he likes, and she tells him she wants to become a voice actor, and that she likes him too, and then they're basically, like, they make a promise, like, once our manga gets made into an anime, and you voice act the heroine, then we can get married. And it's basically just like the story of writing manga. And it's really fucking cool. It like puts like into the story like how the people who are writing all this shit that we're consuming every day like live their lives. And It's a very good story.
What would you say like is your favorite aspect of it so far? Like the art, the dialogue, the storyline, characters.
Well, the art is very cool. It's the guy who did Death Note too, so obviously the art's gonna be cool. It's you can tell it's the same guy. It's very similar. But I would say my favorite's probably like just like the overall plot though. Like obviously there's this connection with him and the girl, and they're like later you find out their paths interconnect. Like his uncle was a mangaka, like worked himself to death basically, so he has like that where he's like trying to achieve becoming a mangaka, but obviously someone in his family who he was like really close to couldn't do it, and it basically killed the family member trying to accomplish his dream that he's also going for. So he has like his parents are like, don't do this shit, like your uncle died from it basically. And then you find out that uncle has like a connection to one of the girls' family members too. So there's even more of this. And just also like the like back and forth between the friends, like the writer and the artist are just like super realistic. And like you always say, you're big on dialogue. I feel like the dialogue's really well done. Oh, okay. And it's just like, it's a realistic story about like how long it takes to really accomplish what you're set out to accomplish, because there's like they go through so many like manga that they write and they get them published and you're like, this is going to be the one that gets made into an anime. And then next thing you know, like 30 chapters later, that manga gets canceled. You're like, fuck. Yeah. But you're like, this is real shit. Like, you're not just going to get it like your second try just because you're in a manga. Like, this is real world shit. It's going to take trial and error. Like your whole life basically to accomplish your dreams.
Yeah. Some of my favorite movies, to kind of go off of that, like the main character, like let's say it's like a wrestling movie or something. The main character doesn't win in the end. Oh, yeah. Because I love, feel good stories. I love them so much. But I hate when the main character just doesn't lose. I'm like, dude, you gotta, because losing is a part of life. Like, you have to fail. If you never fail, what are you going to keep pushing for?
Exactly.
So seeing that type of
it's a very realistic, slow approach to how shit works in the real world.
Yeah, exactly. I love that shit. I love that shit a lot.
All right, you were talking about just like wrestling movies where the like main guy loses. Good ass fucking movie where this happens. Real Steel.
Oh my god, Real Steel is mine.
Real Steel fucks.
First off, let's give credit where credit is due. Hugh Jackman is one of the best, if not the best actors of our generation. Dude, he's so good. He has done a plethora of different movies and films and voice acting and all of that shit. And I don't see his name on the pedestal that should be
underappreciated.
Very underappreciated.
He's up there with like Christian Bale and stuff. Maybe not like the roles he's played and like the emotional weight a lot of his stuff has, but he's a good fucking actor.
I don't know about
Prisoners.
Prisoners is
so fucking good.
Have you seen Logan?
Yeah.
Logan is...
Yeah,
Logan, when I think of superhero movies, Logan's my number one.
It's so good.
Logan's my number one, by far. It's so fucking
They need to make more shit like that instead of these, like, fucking Thor 4. Thor Love and Thunder.
The new Avengers movie coming out. I hate that shit.
Yeah, the Marvels.
The Marvels, bro. I don't like it. I'm just not... It's not... There's no way it's going to be good. And it's not... Oh, this shit pisses me off so much. There's a narrative that is going on right now with especially the Marvels, which is if you don't like this movie, you don't like female empowerment. And
it's just a shit boring movie.
It's that exactly. It could not be further from the truth. I'm a feminist. I love female empowerment. I think that shit's fucking dope. I love it. Fucking nothing wrong with a powerful woman. But here's the problem. When they do it in a way that makes it so gimmicky, like what, in my opinion, this is what happened in Avengers Endgame when all of the women came together and started fighting, like with the men. I'm like, don't put so much emphasis on it. Like, if
it's
you're
like us three women could defeat him too.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that because all you're doing is acknowledging you're making a statement. If you want to actually make a statement and actually do something with the manga you're trying to write, or with the show you're trying to make here, don't fucking put it on a pedestal. Don't put it on a pedestal. And this has so much to do with the third manga that I am talking about, and that is Nana. Have you heard of this?
Yeah.
Dude,
I've watched Nana.
Oh, manga is
I want to
so
read
good.
it because I've heard the manga is way better.
The manga's way better. I'm not completely done with it, But oh my God, it's so good. I love Nana. It's so good. It is one of the best portrayals of, toxic relationships. It does such a good job of just like involving the intertwinedness of the two characters, like the actual Nana and like fucking Hachi. Like it's just so good, especially the music.
The music is so good.
The music is money. It shows like the weight of like our past and stuff like that, and how that affects your current day decisions. Like it's just so good. It's really, really, really good. The dynamics of the main two characters are good. How different they are, but like how they both strive for like their end goal, which is like, influenced by like their trauma and their past, with Hachi just wanting to be like a house mom and just wanting like a simple life. And then Nana wanting to be like a superstar and stuff like that. And I love the take they have on fame. I love the take that show has on, or that manga has on fame. How like, we all want to be famous in some way. We all want to be in the light and, be the main character of the story that, defines us. But fame is crippling, and fame, it's not everything it's made out to be. Like when you are in the spotlight, all you're going to want is, the quiet, peaceful life that you once had. Like, sure, the monetary side of it sounds amazing, but then you just completely remove every aspect of, individuality that you once had. Yeah. Like Nana's so good.
The emotional weight in the story is so good too. Like, especially with Hachi, and like, she kind of has like that superficial dream that you're talking about, of, like just being like loved. And
like, she just wants to be, but it makes so much sense.
And it doesn't like discount any of her feelings throughout the story. If anything, it like shows that her feelings are true. Yeah. And like you still matter no matter how like little you want to accomplish in a sense, or like just how little you care in a sense about like being successful in like a monetary way. But Nana is
really good. If there is one thing to take away from, all my manga that I've given so far, I like a lot. Yeah. But out of the three, I don't know. I think I'm going to put Real ahead of Nana just because Real's so good. But Nana is still very much worth a read or a watch. I haven't watched the anime, so I can't say whether or not I prefer reading it. But Nana gets you hooked pretty damn quick. Yeah. So I recommend reading it just because you can just bust it out. You can just be done.
Nana's kind of like Bakuman too, in a sense that it like was really popular and really talked about like a while ago. Yeah, but it's just kind of fallen off a little bit.
Yeah, so it's faded out of existence.
Glad you're bringing some old gems back.
Yeah, bro, Nana's so good. Yeah, and the art style is really, really, really cool. I just like the I love the way the author uses art to show parallels. In the sense that like, Nana and Hachi visually could not be more different. One of them's tall, short black hair. Hachi is, short, like long blondish hair. I think that's what the manga is trying to depict. Is that what she is?
It's like strawberry blonde.
Yeah. Oh, she's strawberry blonde. Okay. And like they have such different goals and everything in life. But they still get along so well together. And like the fate that they just met on like a bus or like a subway or some shit.
On the train.
And they just both have the same name, same goals, same age, just all of that shit. Yeah. It's so cool.
Their relationship's incredible.
It's so good. It's so well done.
Yeah. And I love me some goth chicks.
Oh, I love me some goth chicks. Yeah. I love them. If you're going to prosecute me for anything, prosecute me for my love of goth women.
Love of goth videos.
Yes.
Oh, I love it.
But I feel like that's everything I can say about Nana.
Yeah.
What's your final one, Trey?
All right. I can either talk about 20th Century Boys, but I feel like I've talked about it a little bit before, so I'm going to talk about, I'm only 20 chapters into it though. Yeah. But I'm still going to go for it. It's called Sunken Rock. Yeah. It's, the mangaka is Boichi, who does Dr. Stone, which I think is very underappreciated art. He is so good, especially in this. The anatomy in it is fucking incredible.
Does it give that kind of like science aspect again that Dr. Stone has, or
no? It's
what do you mean by anatomy then?
Like just like the muscles and like the way your anatomy is drawn, like the body is drawn, and like what's the word? Like your body, not your figure, like your physique.
Oh, okay.
Like how you're like in Baki, the anatomy is really well drawn and shit. And like the muscles are so detailed. And Boichi does like an incredible job of just detailing this shit in this story. It's basically just about this dude. He loves a girl and he like tells her he loves her, and she's like, "Yeah, you're cool, but I'm moving to Korea tomorrow to become a cop." And then so he's like, "All right, I'm gonna move to Korea and become a cop." And then basically he gets there and he like doesn't know Korean or how to speak Korean and shit. So he just is a shut-in for like a year and like has achieved nothing, basically. And then just by chance, he becomes the head of a gang, like a Yakuza, basically. And it's just like him just being thrown into this position as the gang leader and like him slowly finding his own sense of justice and like not being like normal gangs and like just hurting people for the fuck of it and like stealing their money, but rather like doing it to like be this like what he came for, like in a way a cop.
Yeah.
And like basically, yeah. He's like Batman, basically.
Oh,
just
really?
serves his
like
own justice.
Vigilance type shit.
It's sick.
Oh, that's so cool.
But it has like a lot of humor to it, so it's like a really serious story when it's like gets down to the fighting and like his reasons behind like getting in fights with people and like physically beating the shit out of someone. But there's also like this lightheartedness and like when animation like dumbs down and they're basically like bubbles that are like floating around. Like I like that shit.
Yeah, yeah.
The first like 20 chapters at least have done a really good job of hooking me. So maybe if you're not going to base it off like a full synopsis of the stories like we've done, just like take my credit.
Yeah.
That it's hooked me. So maybe they'll hook you.
Yeah, I completely agree. I love what you just said, by the way, about like how in some scenes the author doesn't need to go super in depth with the art and can just draw some very superficial figures and shit.
Yeah.
Because it's almost like they're acknowledging in this time like what the characters are saying is more important than how they look and stuff like that, and to pay attention to the dialogue here more than pay attention to like the visuals. I really like that.
It's just like a perfect example of how he does it too. Is like it happens a ton in Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Just like the silly scenes.
Yeah.
Like he'll like have like one strand of hair in the middle. And like be like floating around.
Yep.
Like that humor works for me for some reason, and he does it a lot in this. Like within this really serious story that works. The way it works in Full Metal Alchemist. Because Full Metal Alchemist is obviously peak.
Full Metal Alchemist is a top 5 for me.
And it's a very serious story.
Yeah.
But that like huge change in style doesn't make the story any less serious. It just like adds a new aspect.
Yeah. It just adds a layer to it that, I feel like one of the biggest things for me in shows in general, especially shows that are held on such a high pedestal, like a Full Metal Alchemist, like a Naruto, like, a One Piece or something like that. If there is a layer of humor to it that can be taken away and the show remains the same, I'd say it's worthless. And at the end of the day, maybe do take it out. Like it's not worth it. But in the sense of Full Metal, and from how this sounds as well, that humor is a necessity to the final product of what they're trying to give and like the emotions they're trying to cultivate.
To take a little weight off that like insanely serious like tone of the piece.
And like we were saying earlier, not everyone can become the Pirate King, and not every chapter of an anime or of a manga can be super serious. If every chapter is serious, I almost get burnt out while reading it just because I'm like, I'm consuming so much. It's so dense. Like I'm consuming so much right now.
There's so much to it and it's so serious. But I feel like all mine kind of have this like same like idea where you're just like working through life at your own pace. Yeah. And this one has it too. Like, like he's just thrown into this shit and he doesn't know what he's doing, but he's slowly figuring his way out or figuring out how to do it and like accomplish what he wants to accomplish, which is real in real life too. So.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Very much so.
I
was just going to say, out of the 3 that you've mentioned so far, what was the name of the third one? Should something rock? Yeah, Sunken Rock.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna start Sunken
really
Rock.
Cool.
And if you are to start one, obviously I'm gonna let you do it on your own means. But you've already seen Nana.
I'll probably watch or read Real.
Yeah, I was gonna say Boys Abyss. Like I like it so far. I'm kind of in the same spot with you where I'm like not even 20 chapters in. So I can't give like I can't give a guarantee that like this shit's gonna rock your socks.
Guaranteed stamp of approval.
Yeah. But out of the 3 that I can give a guaranteed stamp of approval to, Real gets the stamp. It gets the wax seal on the envelope. Gets like a $4, little postage sticker on the top right of the envelope. It gets all of it. I'd go the extra mile. I'd hand deliver this if it was a letter. Like this shit's money.
That's probably how Bakuman is for me too.
Ooh,
Bakuman's so good.
Maybe Bakuman then. Maybe Bakuman.
Yeah. Sunken Rock's just like Boys Abyss. I just can't like say it's incredible yet because I haven't gotten far enough.
Yeah. All right, Bakuman.
I've really enjoyed it.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna read before the next step. How many chapters is Bakuman?
A lot.
Like
300.
Ooh, okay. By the next episode, I will read 50 chapters of Bakuman, and so Real is only 90 chapters right now, so you don't got to read the same amount. But if you promise to read 20, we can talk about this next episode. We can give our thoughts.
Yeah, I'll vow. I'll read at least 20 chapters of Real. And not only that, I will finish Cowboy Bebop.
And I will finish Gurren Lagann because we fucking... Dude, we talked about this in we did this episode 3. We are on episode 9 now. We are so far in. And it has been 2 months. And
editing the past 4, it's been the same every week. It's did you finish?
No.
I'll finish next week. They're okay.
Oh, for sure. We are doing it. Shit,
I picked a bad week. I have a lot to do this week.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
We'll do it. Yeah. We got a week. We got 7 days. That's plenty of time. Think about it. Here's my mindset when it comes towards this shit. I'm I got 7 days. I don't got to start till Sunday. And then Sunday or Saturday hits. And then I'm fuck, I don't got time, bro. I'm I'll push it off till Sunday. Sunday hits. I'm I ain't got time. Monday, we were about to film. Yeah. I'm grinding through it on my computer.
That's what I do. Been doing too.
Yeah.
And our days we record just keep getting pushed back.
Oh.
We're 2 episodes ahead at one point. Yeah. Now we're filming Monday 3 days before we fucking have to put this on Spotify.
We're staying with it though, man. I never would have thought this would have made it 9 episodes.
I know.
And so I'm glad we have. I've enjoyed this. Thank you to our readers or to our listeners, and to our watchers. We appreciate you guys. You got anything else for the episode?
I don't think so. If you're listening, even if you're not going to listen to more, just give us a follower give us a follow because it makes me feel better.
It makes me feel so much better about myself.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Every time I see that little number go up 1, I'm I'm on my hot girl shit.
Yeah. If you're a true friend, you'll follow.
Exactly.
But I think that's all we got this week. Yeah. Thank you guys very much for listening.
Yeah.
And we will see you next week.
We will see you all next week. Bye.
Alright, no problem. Oh, I'm wearing our matching shirt. What? Oh my god, I can't wait to see you. I know, it's been so long. Right? Okay. Okay, see you later. Whoa, this music makes me go. Makes me wanna say hello. Whoa, this music makes me go. Just gotta say hello. Yada, 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 yada.